And I might be stopping it a little bit because I'm going to have to upload this to YouTube, so it has to be, I think, under 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So we're just going to start off just kind of talking about what learning was like for you growing up. So if you just kind of what your culture was around learning, what your parents, how they influenced you, and what they influenced you with your learning, and just the people around you.
So, of course, my mom always encouraged learning for us. I'm one of the youngest, so I had older sisters, so I always had their help and support. So we always had, I always looked up to them. So there was always some kind of learning there. There was always, if we had to ask questions, there was always somebody there with me for learning. I don't always ask questions. Sometimes I do, but I'm more of a show me how to do it, and then that's the way that I learn more.
Yeah, and that having older sisters, that probably helped that too. Because you got to see them do it, and it was a lot easier for you when you could actually see it.
And they actually been through it, so it made it a little easier for me.
Yeah. Well, that's good for me to know, because if you aren't asking questions, I might ask a little more questions just to make sure we are on the same page and we're receiving the information in the same way and we're thinking about it in the same way and all that.
Perfect.
So how will, in this coaching relationship, how will you know if you're uncomfortable?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know it, well, hold on, let me think. How will you know that you're uncomfortable? So, maybe if you're just feeling really overwhelmed, how will you be able to let me know that you're uncomfortable?
I probably would tell you. I probably would tell you. Like, it's getting to be too much, or, hey, I don't know how this needs to be done. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Sweet. That'll be good, because it is going to be a lot of information. It is a lot of stuff that's going on. So I really do want to really encourage you to tell me if you're just like, we have gone over way too much right now, and I can't process all of this. And so just being able to be open with me, and we can kind of take a step back and just kind of reevaluate what exactly.
Take it step by step. I think I will tell you if it's too much. I'm like, hey, can we slow it down? Take it step by step.
Yeah, break it down into smaller tasks. Sweet. Yeah. Okay. We'll be open about that, because, and you've been really patient with me when I've needed to slow down and take it step by step, and I'll give you that same grace too. So we kind of touched on your culture related to change, or to professional development, I guess, and learning. So what are your thoughts with change? Are you comfortable with change? Is it exciting for you? Is it scary?
I love change. I don't mind it. Sometimes it's a little hard, but I don't mind it, especially if I'm heads up about it. As long as I have a heads up about it, I'm okay. Even if I don't, it might take me a little bit to adjust, but I love change.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Keeps you on your toes.
Oh yeah. Keeps me going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet, because we will be touching on things that you might be changing some of your practices, and so that's kind of why I wanted to touch on that, is because if you're really hesitant to change, then maybe we will just, like we just said, kind of slow it down and take a step back. But if you're eager for change, and you know that we've talked about little pyramid practices that have already started to work for you, and you've seen it. And so just knowing that you're open to change is really awesome.
I love learning new things and putting new things in place.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And we also kind of touched on how you learn best now. You talked about just being able to see it be done.
Yes.
And that's sweet.
Sometimes I need to see how you want it to be done, and then I can go from there.
Yeah.
That's my way.
Perfect. That's exactly what we're going to be doing, so it's going to work out well. So are there times that have been helpful or unhelpful in your learning? If you can just kind of think of just being in this profession when you have been learning, if there have been teachers who have been super helpful or super unhelpful for you, or if there's been coworkers that have helped you learn. yeah, just any times that have been that will be good for me to know. Any times that have been helpful or unhelpful in your learning.
Just learning. I don't know if I can say her name, but I have a teacher that really helped me learn. Of course, Miss Susie, I've been under her for a couple years, and she really helped me learn. She didn't just not necessarily help me learn, but help me grow. She didn't actually just was like, do this or it's my way. She actually just like gave me things to do and kept it open for me to do it my way, so then I can learn too. So I kind of like that a little bit. I like that a lot. She wasn't like, it has to be done this way, exactly at this time, and this is the way I want it. No, she kept it open. So I really learned a lot from her. Yeah, a whole lot.
So she gave you the information, but she also gave you the freedom to make it your own.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that was really helpful.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to pause it and then start it again, just so I have shorter clips.